What's going on, ladies and gentlemen? We are back in action live. Let's go ahead and turn up the volume so it is where everyone can hear us and tune in. Ladies and gentlemen, shit is about to get a little bit crazy here in the good old stock market. Let's go ahead and turn on the monetization. Let's get this show on the road. Futures are looking a little bit clapped right now. Got to be honest with you guys. Down over 0.5% on the NASDAQ. In the last couple of minutes, they've dropped quite substantially. There might be a couple reasons for that. We're going to talk about it here in this video. But it's going to be a pretty crazy and hectic week this week. It's a short week, so the markets are closed on Friday. But that is not going to stop the volatility. Shit is going to get crazy. Let's go. It is that time. Chris Win Lambo in the house. I bet you wish your name was Steve Tyler, a.k.a. Aerosmith. You are right. Holder of the shares, Edward Morgan. I'm here. Can't stay long. That's all right. That's all right. We just liked it. You're here, brother. We love it, actually. Matter of fact. Dan the man, yo, what is good? What is going on, brother? I hope you guys had a great weekend. Ryan Johnson. I don't know how to say that, but welcome. I'm glad you guys are here. It's gonna be exciting. We got a lot to talk about. Yo, I'm at a kid's B-Day party. Let's go, baby. Let's go. It's that time. We got a lot to talk about. I mean, there's a lot. I really hope to provide you guys kind of my game plan and really outline what's going to happen this week. And hopefully you guys will make some money off of it. There's really a lot to unpack here as far as the data and catalyst that we're going to get, what the markets are really going to pay attention to, what they're not going to pay attention to. Big Blue CNC, you're going to get all the action, though. You are in the trading group, and we love you over there. So Thank you for your participation and always showing up. All of you guys. You guys are here. But, yeah, NASDAQ, even since we started this live, has dropped, about 0.10%. So it's getting a little bit crazy. Oil is down 2.15%. S&P down almost 0.5%. Dow down 0.33%. This might flip around by tomorrow. It's not guaranteed to be a big red day, even though futures are red. You can kind of get a little spooked because of the Sunday futures. That happens all the time, but yeah, we got a lot to talk about. Now stock it to us, Tyler. Let's go, baby. I can't wait. Green week or nah? Ooh, I'm not really leaning towards that, but it all really comes down to bank earnings and retail sales. And why that is the markets, they're forward looking. So the markets right now, what do they care about? Like, comment here and let me know what the markets care about. Because it's pretty clear at the current moment. Oh, he's there supporting. I get new cash for the week. Let's make some money. Oh, we're going to make some money. This is going to be a good week. It's short, though. So we got to keep that in mind if we're doing any, degenerate gambler shit. But, I really think for this week and for the foreseeable future, it's really one of those things where I think we'll make the most amount of money by playing the after move, like even with these bank earnings, with the markets, playing shorter term trades, but really playing the direction, right? So if bank earnings are bad, and retail sales are bad, I believe. When do retail sales come out? Is it Thursday? I hope it's not Thursday. Yeah, retail sales are on Thursday. Damn it. Okay. But yeah, nonetheless, playing the after moves, because you're going to see things making pretty big moves, not only in just the bank stocks, but in the broad markets. A lot of those tech stocks as well. If the bank earnings come in weak and people don't have as much savings, they're not really spending as much money, data points like that we're going to get around the consumer, if those are bad, then I think that will directly translate into stocks like Apple. I'm pretty damn bearish on Apple at the current moment, if you guys can't tell already. But stocks like Apple, your consumer discretionaries, I think those are going to be the ones that really get hit a lot. But we'll see. Yeah, it still can go either way though. But I don't think the retail sales data is going to be too great, and I don't think the bank earnings are going to be too good either. You know, a lot of Wall Street, they're telling us something. Banks are down like 20% in the last month. That does not happen during a normal, rate hike cycle. Does not happen. It shouldn't be happening. Krim Jamer can come on and say, buy bank stocks all you want. And I think they're pretty attractable valuations after falling so much, but they shouldn't have fallen this much heading into massive rate hikes, right? Because banks, theoretically, they'll get paid more, especially on the shorter term loans that they make. And it's not being reflected in that. And that's really sending you a signal that investors really think the economy is going to slow down in a dramatic way, because the only way banks don't make as much during a rate hike cycle is if demand really gets killed. If demand gets killed and they don't have that same volume of loans, then what's it matter if you get paid more per loan? You're still losing money, right? So it's going to be very, very key and very interesting, and I think it's going to give us a lot of clarity to what to expect. After this week, you're really going to know, like, hey, are we going to all-time highs? Has things gotten a little bit better? Has, not even CPI, but how is the consumer doing? Consumer, if they are good, bank earnings will tell us that. First bank earnings does start with good old, I believe it's JP Morgan, and First Republic Bank here on Wednesday. So those are going to be the ones that I probably would want to trade a little bit more. They have more time. Whatever JP Morgan says in First Republic Bank, but really JP Morgan, that's going to dictate a lot. And that's going to really freak out the markets or make people very, very happy. Tesla to the moon, give them hell, cabin life. Tickle the like, pickle. Hello all, happy Sunday. Yes. Don't short the like button. I feel that. Don't short the like button. I don't give a crap about Kramer. That's with a C. Big T, please release the Moss codes tomorrow for my birthday. I got you, brother. I got you. I'm gonna tell Adam Marin, buy a couple million shares, buy a business, and call out the shorts on Twitter, and that's basically the MOAS codes. I mean, what do you do with all that good news? It's got to be a good reaction. But yes, AMC has fallen so much too. Like, I hope you guys watched the video from earlier that was posted at noon. So the older video, kind of not really calling other people out for what they're saying directly, but kind of why all of that is wrong. Like, if you wanted to buy puts on AMC stock, it's not now. Typically, you want to buy when FOMO is low, and you want to sell when FOMO is high, right? That's a common trading strategy that I like to implement all the time. If you're the trader in AMC, that's what you would have wanted to do, right? Like right now, you're at a very important level that you're probably going to see a bounce faster than you're going to see a continued drop. I'm like JP Morgan. I hold all my credit cards. I pay my debts. I'm good to go. At least give that boy some free tickets and popcorn to a movie for his birthday. Oh, for real. Elon gonna buy up all the free float. Oh, wouldn't that be crazy? That would be wild. Shout out Elon. And then you do also have Bed Bath & Beyond earnings on Wednesday pre-market. So I don't know if you'll still see that correlation. That's going to be pretty cool, I guess, to see. We'll just call it that. To see if there is a correlation still with GameStop, AMC, and Bed Bath & Beyond all moving when the other one does. I imagine it will, but hard to say. It's been quite a while, but yeah, everything is kind of collapsed. You did get some over the weekend news. You had, what's her name? Cincinnati Fed, I believe. I watched the video. She was talking about inflation and a recession. She basically said that the risk of a recession is going up right now, and that could be part of why the futures are down. And then Finland and Sweden have agreed to join NATO by possibly the summertime. So yeah, Finland and Sweden set to join NATO as soon as the summer, as per the time. So a little bit more escalation as far as that is concerned. The longer this thing goes in Russia and Ukraine, the more the markets are not going to care about it. Like, the markets really don't care about anything in Russia and Ukraine, but it might start to care about it. Heard Bed Bath & Beyond, you better watch come Monday. Yeah, I heard something about a getting bought out or something along those lines. Bed Bath & Beyond has a small market cap. It's like $2 billion last I seen. Probably less than that now. Not financial advice. I would have bought when it really went up to 28 to 30, but I don't buy AMC options. Yeah. AMC options, like, people don't realize. You know, a lot of people don't realize. I'm sure some of you guys do, but the implied volatility on AMC is ridiculous. So when you're buying options, calls or puts, you're paying a lot for it, obviously. So it's implying a big move in one direction or the other. If you're wrong in that direction or it doesn't go fast enough, you're going to lose money. And, you know, maybe at the 30s, right, you could have bought puts in AMC stock, you would have made money more than likely, but not all the time. Like with what's the stock? SST, I believe it is. That one went up crazy from like $10 to $30, and the puts just got more expensive, and that will happen a lot with some big runners. You can actually make money on puts when the stock goes up, if it goes up too much. Come here. That implied volatility is a motherfucker. Ooh, what's the chance AMC going below 10? Oh, there's really not much of a chance for that, unless the business really starts to take a hit. Like $10 per share, not really a chance of that. Not really. Well, I don't want to make it seem like there's no chance of that, but you're going to, I mean, look at it in the context. If AMC goes under 10, the markets are going to be hitting lows, right? So do you think the SPY could go under 400? I personally don't right now. Until we get Apple earnings, Microsoft earnings, Google earnings. If those earnings are bad and there's really a fundamental reason to push the markets down and the markets freak out, everything could get sold off. Theoretically, we could go under $10 per share. But unless the markets really tank, you're not going under $10 per share for virtually no reason. I mean, there's really no reason we're falling right now on AMC besides the fact that the stock ran up a lot. Well, now we're back down to those levels we were at pre-run up, right? So that whole enthusiasm wave that we just seen, that's gone. I mean, I feel much more confident buying here than trying to sell here, or certainly buy puts. But we were 3 pennies under the 50-day moving average, so we're just going to want to watch to see as well tomorrow if we close above that or if we close under that. Not a huge deal. We're pretty close to 15 anyways, but that would be the next stop, would be 15. And if for whatever reason as well, I should point it out, if AMC's fundamentals get worse, like if people stop going to theaters for whatever reason, then sure. I mean that's possible, but I don't think people are not going back to theaters for well, I don't think they're, not going to. I think there's definitely demand for that. I feel like people would rather save money on other things and then go do like leisure activities after being cooped up in the house for 2 years, kind of. China's producer inflation for March was higher than expected. The producer price index That's the PPI. That's the data point we're going to get this week as well. Surged 8.3% as compared with a year ago, above expectations for a 7.9% increase. Woo! Are we going to get clippity clapped? What? If AMC goes to 10, I'll buy up free float. Oh, yeah. $10? Yeah. The bang for your buck at $10 is ridiculous. I mean, like, there's a business behind it. And I know I say this all the time, and I know people don't quite like it or they don't quite understand, but you got to look at this relative to other things. We know the hype is there. We know the FOMO's there. We know that is not leaving the markets. It will be back. It comes and it goes all the time. All the time, on a daily or weekly basis. But what's the business doing? That's why a lot of these stocks, like the ones from January, February, June, those rallies, they haven't held up. And a lot of them turned into penny stocks because they didn't have a business behind them. They were not, selling anything. They really didn't. A lot of them didn't literally have a business. It was a shell company that talked a lot, right? Hard to have any valuation support with those companies, but AMC has a certain degree of valuation support. So, but markets can get a little bit wacky when they're fearful. Like you're kind of seeing right now. I mean, Nasdaq futures down 0.68%. Dow is actually recovering a little bit. So it from first glance, it looks like you might see a little bit of that risk off sentiment for tomorrow. My brother Ultra Ape, let's go, baby. My horses are Amy and Jaime. There we go. There we go.
You want to watch a movie?
There we go. There we go. What's the best butter for popcorn? Oh man, I always get the I load it up. To be honest. I get the light blue one. I put the light blue one on there. I put the extra butter on first. So then I put the light blue one. I don't know what it's called. Is it? Yeah, like white cheddar or something. And then I throw some caramel shit on there. And it all sticks to the butter. Oh, man. I turn straight fat kid when I go to the theaters and get popcorn. It's great. It's just great. Movie theater butter. Come on, man. Yeah, no, I kind of throw a little bit of all of them on there. But then you gotta throw it up in the air a little bit and twirl it so you get the bottom in there too, because you'll get through the top and it's all, buttery and seasoned up, and then the bottom's like, what the hell happened? So you gotta kind of throw it in the air, twist it a little bit, kind of like you're flipping a pancake, but with your bucket of popcorn. Hopefully you got the big one. You know what I'm saying? Because it's great. It's great.
What do you want to watch?
Squeeze, damn it. Just have everyone just relax. We got, this is, I hope you guys realize, it's not a loss until you sell, which you've heard that before, and that's the most true thing you'll ever hear in the stock market. But think about back to history. People that made the money are the people that bought when the fear was highest. There will be a day where risk on will be here, and it will be here to stay. That is, let me tell you, this is a fact. When inflation reflects to the downside, economists are expecting this CPI report on Tuesday to be the highest one we're going to see. And then after that, it's expected to go down. You might have to give it 2 or 3 reports before the markets fully believe it, right? So by the end of the year, I would imagine you see a risk on sentiment to the markets at some point. Now, the question is, and the big key to that is, are earnings going to hold up? How do we look as far as a recession? And typically, you want to own stocks before a recession happens. Most of the gains you'll actually see before a recession hits. So, there's a lot of good and bad to pull out of all of this. So, it's really going to be a toss-up back and forth. And the markets are going to look like that. I mean, they're going to go back and forth. But earnings are going to be key, and that's going to be the most important thing. Because after all, if earnings don't hold up, then How can you value a company as high as some of these companies are valued? Like Apple has one of its highest earnings multiples that it's ever seen.
Watch this movie.
And it's not really going to have a great run as far as this new iPhone that's coming out. So, pretty interesting. What's your SPY prediction for tomorrow, Tyler? I don't really have one for tomorrow. I don't expect it to be a huge day in one direction or the other because we don't really have anything to digest, call it that. We really don't have any data that's going to be significant enough to really move the markets in a big way. You don't really have anything that's happening too much. There's no earnings. Now on Tuesday, that's when you get CPI, and I honestly don't think that's going to be as big of a deal unless it comes in way higher or just higher than expectations. Right? Okay, you got to go. You gave me a hug and now you leave. You gave me a hug and now you leave. Go ride the dog.
Where's your hat?
Ling Ling, say let's go. Let's go.
Let's go. Good.
Say let's go, AMC. Okay, stop. Look, go. Go get the dog. She's hugging the dog now. She's in a good mood today. She's in a good mood today.
You wanna watch a movie?
Oh no, I got TCI talking food. Oh man, you got me started. Now I'm hungry.
Let's go watch this.
Have you guys ever had the weirdest thing ever? But from Wendy's, they got an apple pecan salad, bro. This shit is slapping. This shit is slapping. So good, so good. I've been trying to eat healthier, you know, but it's good. It's good. You guys need to try it. But yes, SPY prediction for tomorrow. Right, so tomorrow, it's not really going to be too big in one direction or the other. We're going to need some data. Now, if we do have a big red day tomorrow, then I'm a little bit more bullish for Tuesday. It all depends what the bank earnings are, but the deeper red we are tomorrow, the more the markets are going to price in fear. So even if we get that bad reaction from CPI or bad earnings from JP Morgan, the markets are kind of going to expect it a little bit more. Now, if we are flat tomorrow or if we are green tomorrow, then, you know, CPI, JP Morgan earnings are going to have a little bit more importance. And there's going to be good and bad to pull out from JP Morgan's earnings, right? People are not going to care about what JP Morgan did as far as how much money they made, by and large. They care about what the consumer is doing. And it's hard to tell. You know, you do have people that are still doing things, but I don't think they're signaling to the banks that that's going to last throughout the year. A lot of people just got their taxes back. That's something we have to realize as well. A lot of people did go out and buy shit, right? A lot of people go out and buy shit. A lot of you guys invest in stocks, and that's why you're the 1%, baby. You do what the 99% will not do. But I kind of think you're going to get a more bullish and dovish tone from the banks, but it's just hard to tell right now. I more so want to outline like what's going to make the markets rip or what's going to make them drop. I really think it could go either way. Could go either way. What's the consumer doing? That's what you guys got to think of. And that's why this week and really the next couple of weeks, my strategy is not going to be to play JP Morgan earnings beforehand like it usually is, right? I'll have some kind of data point or a strong reason why I think it'll go up or down, right? That goes for any earnings report. And then I'll play it before the report. No, I'm going to play the after moves this week because it's simply 50-50. And you don't want to lose money, and I think that's the best way to do it. So I wouldn't have any certain or specific opinion about tomorrow or this week, but it's going to be exciting. There's going to be a lot of money to be made. That's without a doubt. Yeah, NASDAQ is getting a little bit more clapped here. Down 0.76%. S&P down a solid 0.5%, 0.52%. But the NASDAQ is really taking the cake. Almost down 0.80%. They are selling it. Selling it. They're selling the bonds too. Look at them. Look at them selling the bonds, bro. See, this is drying up liquidity too, and I hope you guys realize that. The 10-year treasury is going from, even back here, March 4th at 1.72%, now at 2.76%. That just made your interest rates go up 1%. So there's already been a lot of tightening in the markets, and especially for hedge funds that need to cover eventually, it becomes a lot harder for them to stay in their short positions. So pretty damn good. Pretty damn good. That run up in June was too fun to watch live. Yeah, it'll be good. Have popcorn machine trailer. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, that'd be dope. Pull up to the barbecue with a Lambo, carrying towing a little popcorn machine maker. Fuck it, bring the whole circus. We're bringing the elephant ears. We're bringing the cotton candy. We're bringing everything. Okay. Don't judge us. Don't judge us. Leap puts on TLT Spike. You're welcome. I like it. Drops 13, puts on JPM after earnings. Yeah, if AMC drops to 13 though, you're gonna have big issues in the market. I mean, you're gonna see the markets back down to these very low levels, possibly. I would imagine lower than what we've seen in March. So, on a potential profit basis, you'd make a lot more money. Like you said, going after other trades like Apple puts or even SPY puts, right? But possible, but not the way to make a lot of money playing at AMC puts, that's for sure. Yo, what's up, Tyler? IG Nico in the building. Are you in on the LMNOP ticker run? LMNOP. Nah, that sounds like the ABCs though. Are you pulling my leg, James Valdez? Are you pulling my leg? Or if that's a real ticker, I'm going all in. Cause they just got the ABCs in there. That's crazy. Retold by the hell out of it. They will crap, so don't worry. Yeah, I don't think that would be the case. And if that happens, I'm gonna have puts on the market and I'm gonna make a lot of money anyways. So feel free to drop it to 13 market makers. Feel free to drop the markets, because still gonna make a shit ton of money if they do that regardless. So I wouldn't freak out about it too much. Jeez. Is there something else, or is the futures just slow to react to this China data? Looks like it. Or the futures traders are starting to wake up. They're starting to wake up and realize that they should short the markets. Jeez. Yeah, how do you guys feel about the consumer? Like, have you guys cut back anything? Have you, maybe you're not driving as much. Maybe you're not buying that extra Starbucks, or, what are you guys feeling? What are you guys seeing, happening around you with your family, your friends, things like that? Are people still doing things, spending that extra money? I feel like a lot of people probably have taxes right now, and they're living pretty damn good. I haven't been in a live forever because of work. That's all good. We love you, Nico. We do. Is the stream quiet? It puts on TLT Spike. You're welcome. Even if the AMC goes down to $13, great for me. I'll average down. Yeah, and if that happens, markets are going to be clapped, and if you're holding puts, you're going to make a lot of money anyways. That's kind of the way that I look at it. Like, I'm pretty balanced out in my trades right now. I got Europe exposure, the VGK puts, and that is for Germany. But I'm very cash heavy right now too. Like, yeah, I'm not going all in. I believe. Oh, European securities. Well, yeah. Anyways, for Germany, they have some data that is coming out as well, I believe, on Tuesday. Germany, obviously, the biggest country by GDP in Europe, anyways, besides, well, yeah, they are the biggest country by GDP in Europe. And they have a big data point coming out. So, got puts on that. Got puts on old earnings plays that are coming back. I played Dave and Buster's. I bought puts on that, and the stock was down like 14% in after hours. I'm like, cool. Like these should do well, right? They were close to going into money. What happened? Woke up the next day. The stock ripped all day. It closed up like 15%. I'm like, wow, I got faked out on that, but just held them, and they are now coming back. I'm only down like 20% on those, but if the markets do take a big move down, those are going to make probably thousands. But Europe, you do have a lot of data coming out right here for Germany. German CPI, month over month, French exports, French current accounts, French imports, trade balance, OPEC. That's going to be important for oil. Like a lot of European data that comes out this week as well. So I think that can be a good trade. And then on Wednesday, you get all of the UK's data. PPI, CPI, all of that good stuff. And then retail sales on Thursday for us. What time is... Yeah, that's going to be at 8:30 in the morning. So I think there's going to be a really nice day trade potential there. I might take a small position on Wednesday. Like small, like less than $100 to kind of gamble on the retail sales numbers, because probably not going to be that great. And we seen that slowing down back in December, right? We missed expectations on retail sales in the month of December. We missed. That data came out in January. We missed by like 1%. I was shocked. I'm like, damn, how do you miss retail sales during the month of Christmas? If you're going to beat expectations, I feel like it would be at Christmas time, but it's good. Yeah. Then short. Yeah. It cost me $100 to fill up my gas tank on 87 gas. It's ridiculous. It's terrible. It's, yeah, for me, it's about that to get a full tank as well. Not quite. It's like 80. Like if I want to fill it up all the way, it's like 80. I stopped driving last year. Well, there you go. Personally, being retired, having my monthly income, I'm not worried about it. I've got extra capital to play with. I just go out as retail. I spend my money in the town I live in. I will go to AMC. There we go. Haven't drove more than 2 times since spring started. Brandy, we love you, Brandy. Everything has gone up. All my bills. I got a raise last year, but it's a wash. Since the cost of living has gone up more than my raise last year. Oh yeah. The net gain to wages is negative. There's a negative gain to wages with inflation this high, and what the Fed said as well. It was kind of the most shocking thing. She said that on Face the Nation, I believe. This morning. I think that's what they're called. Face the Nation. She said that inflation is actually much higher than the numbers that we are seeing in things that average people buy, like food and groceries. She was basically saying that some of those other things that are not as bad are kind of balancing out inflation, but it's really a lot higher for average people that the numbers even point out. And that's kind of what we've been saying for a while. I DoorDash for cash, and my options on AMC did me good last year. Oh yeah, baby. That's what I like to hear. What's your take on that authorization on Chinese derivatives, which come due on June 2nd compared to the past order as affected in the past? Chinese derivatives. I'm not exactly sure on. I like to pay attention to what's going on in the macro sense of China, like COVID, kind of what their policies are to a certain extent, if it affects like our markets or European markets. Really, that's it. China's important because we do a lot of business with them, but you've been seeing a pushback away from China. You have been seeing that. Like, a lot of firms will not even invest in China now. So I think it's important, especially for supply chains, but I don't think it's a lot of shit that happens over there is untradeable because people just, they either don't believe the information or it's just negligible. But I'm not a fan of China. I'm not a fan of China. In a lot of different ways, to be 100% honest. Thomas J out of the UK. Is that Thomas? Investing with Thomas guy? Is that him? $8 puts May/June on GME. Wish me luck. Ooh, I mean, yeah, if you were going to buy puts on anything, it might be GameStop. Believe it or not. By the way, shout out to your channel. Shout out to your channel. Shout out to you, Jose Perez. Becoming another very familiar name here. You just stop with the clickbait titles. You have good info. You don't need them. What was clickbait? What was clickbait, brother? I'm open to opinions and suggestions here. You think this title is clickbait? I mean, this title to this live stream is very, very true and accurate. I mean, this is a massive week ahead. This is the most important week of 2022, period, for the stock market. This is going to tell us and give us more confirmation of, hey, are we heading into a recession? Are consumers slowing down? The markets are forward-looking, right? You guys got to keep this in mind. The markets don't care about what happened in Russia and Ukraine at this point. They don't care about shit that's going on around the world. They just don't care about what already happened. They care about what is going to happen over the next 3 to 6 months, right? What is the odds of a recession by the end of this year? Currently, it's at about 27% chance. If that starts to go up to 50, 60, 70, if retail consumers are not spending money, the markets are going to freak the fuck out. And you're going to see that effect for quite a while until the Fed pivots, inflation comes down, or something along those lines happens that is materially good news. We haven't got any good news. That's why I've been calling this rally out, saying it's bullshit. I've been very clear and adamant about that because nothing has changed. It's a bear market rally. It's simple as that. You know, do I want to go all in on puts at this current moment? Absolutely not. Why is that? Because bear market rallies can last a while. They can be very volatile. And unless, you know, it could last longer than your puts, right? It could last longer than the next month or 2 or 3, and then you could get a crash, you know, so.
Why?
Opinionated asshole with a $5 super chat. Appreciate you, brother. Thank you for supporting, baby. All of you guys. I appreciate all of you. You guys make these live streams fun, and I love to do them. June 3rd is the most important date this year. Not FA. June 3rd. June 3rd. What's June 3rd?
Lacey, no.
Maybe I'm not thinking out that far, but yeah. You know exactly what you're doing, bro. Okay, I'll take the good info and discard the bad info. Well, thank you, but you know, there's always gonna be you know, things that you agree with and don't agree with. I wouldn't discard anything that anyone says, you know, if it kind of makes sense. Like I don't think I pull anything out of my ass, right? All of this is here, it's provable. I'm just kind of going over market expectations, things like that. So hopefully you don't have to agree with it. I'm not always going to be correct, but it is factual information. It's not really a huge opinion, but hopefully the titles don't don't seem like clickbait. Like, I hope this title to this live stream does not seem like clickbait because, you know, this is the most important week we have seen so far. And there's a lot that's going on right now. Holder of the shares. Let's go, brother. Let's go. Appreciate you. Thank you. He's correct. This week tells us that the market turns bulls or bear. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. A lot of people want to see all-time highs, but you don't get all-time highs. And you really don't see a move much higher from here unless the consumer is good or something changes, right? And gets better. Like bank earnings, something like that gets better. And we're going to get that clarity this week. And it's going to be exciting. And there's going to be a lot of money to be made. Don't forget that. Volatility equals opportunity. Just, that's why I feel like right now, you know, it's a lot better to play the after moves. Like if we get bad JP Morgan earnings, the markets probably wouldn't gap down. Like, are they actually... Hold on. Okay, Ling Ling. Oh, yeah. Look at that. JP Morgan and First Republic Bank on Wednesday before market open. So it's not even after the close. So you'll probably see the move in the morning, right? That first initial earnings move. But then you're going to see that continuation throughout the day. I don't want to gamble on the initial reaction. I want to play the trend of the continuation because it's going to be very strong. If shit is bad, the stock is going to fall and the markets are going to fall. If consumer sentiment is bad, shit's going to get clapped. If it's good, you're going to see a wild bounce. A wild bounce. So that's kind of what is the most important thing to me this week. The consumer sentiment as well as retail sales. That's not even as much CPI. We already expect that to be very, very high. Unless that comes in higher than what we already expect, which if that's the case, just I don't even know. I don't even know what to say. I would be very surprised, I guess, if it comes in higher than the highest expectation. Yo, Ling! Ling Ling! Ling Ling! Ling Ling! Say AMC stock to the moon, baby. Say let's go. Say Baba. 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 Herwan Baba. Herwan Baba. And Herwan stocks. Herwan stocks and Herwan's options. She said, I'm going to be a degenerate gambler like my father. I am your 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 father. Mimi, go. She's saying, help me. Help me. Help me. Mimi. Nobody's gonna help you, kid. I'm here. The food chat. Financials is the cherry on top. Let's go, baby. I love the food talk. That's like one of the great pleasures of life, right? Like just good food. Like there's nothing that really compares to good food. Like I was absolutely, let me be honest with you guys, I was absolutely devastated when I got COVID in August and could not taste for the first like day or two. Couldn't taste. I couldn't smell either, but I'm like, I don't even need that. Fuck the smell. I want to taste some food when I eat it. But that came back. The smell is like iffy. It's like 50-50. Sometimes it works, sometimes it don't. I don't know. It's like broke.
No.
But Ling Ling. Her needs a baba.
There's nothing in there. It's gone.
Her needs a baba.
Where's your baba?
No. We're nearing the end of a falling wedge. Let's
Go find
let's get that higher low. Yeah, it looks like it's gonna happen. I mean, to not get a higher low, you're gonna have to fall pretty damn bad. And that would not be any fun at all. The way I see it, it will get better, but it's just going to take a long time before people just bear down, hold on, and we will survive. Yeah, exactly. I mean, that's a good way to put it. This is going to be a small blip in the grand scope of things. Price of everything is insane. I literally spent $130 on groceries for 3 days and 2 people yesterday. Yay, California. Oh, it's like that for me in Michigan too. It's crazy. I mean, a bag of oranges, like mandarin oranges, were like $9 at the grocery store. I've never seen that before. That's wild. Like usually they were like $4 or $5. Now they're like $9. And it adds up a lot. It really does. Hurry up and get here on a damn sippy cup. Get her on a damn sippy cup. Yeah, she needs one, but she doesn't wanna. Doesn't want to drink it. She's very smart, and you just can't trick her, right? Like you'll give her a sippy cup, you'll be like bye, and she just won't. She'll like literally do that. Just push it away, or she doesn't like milk. She all of a sudden does not like milk because she drinks so much juice. She's like juice, and then she'll look at it. She'll take the bottle and look at it, no, and throw it at you, and slap you just because she's a gangster.
No.
Ling, can you take her downstairs, please? She's a butthead as soon as I start going live.
Dude.
She's a butthead.
It's because you're talking and distracting her.
COVID broke me down for 2 weeks straight.
Hey, do you want to watch a movie?
Yeah, me too, kind of. COVID was weird. I was fine the night before. I drank a couple beers, but I was like not even close to drunk. Like I don't get drunk when I drink. Like those days are far over. Far over, my friends. But I had a couple beers. I was actually watching the Netflix show Outer Banks. And then I woke up and I fell asleep on the couch. Woke up and my back hurt. And I'm like, I fell asleep, but my back really, really hurt. So then I laid down in bed and I didn't wake up until like 5 or 6 in the afternoon. Like just out. And I didn't stay up late the night before. And then I kind of like got up for a second, got water, went back to bed, like didn't feel too great. And then just did that over and over again. And then I finally woke up and I'm like, man, I got a really bad fever right now. Like I was not feeling good at all. So I'm like, I don't know if I can drive to the gas station and get some Tylenol, but I need to because I ain't gonna last like this.
Everyone was calling.
And then yeah. And then after that, after I took the Tylenol, I was able to function, but it wasn't a pleasant time. That was in August. And it was hot. It was hot outside too. And for us people that live in Michigan, northerners, bro, when it's like 100 degrees out, when it's like 90, high 90s, it's like, oh man, we ain't used to this. We can't get above 45 degrees right now. So, but it's good. It's good. Everything is expensive. Just have spaghetti for the whole week. It's cheap. Rice and beans, like Dave Ramsey says. Rice and beans. I do not agree with what Dave Ramsey says for the most part. That guy is crazy. Hood earnings will be poop, so puts it is not financial advice. I one of those things where I don't really like trading cheap stocks like that that have higher premium. Last I checked, Robinhood had higher premium than a normal stock, but they do have the potential to move, so it can be good, but I don't know. Robinhood makes a lot of their money off trading. Crypto has been up, and the markets have been very volatile and volume has been high. So keep that in mind. Volume has been high. Robinhood makes their money off of trading. So there has been a lot of trading. So I wouldn't necessarily go deep on puts for Robinhood because of that fact. And they're already in the toilets last I knew. Like you don't that's like a winning trade, right? You hit a fat ass option trade. Fat ass trade. It's great. The longer you hold that trade, the riskier it becomes that you will lose some of your gains, right? Kind of the same thing if you're beating a stock into the ground like AMC. The longer the shorts hold out, the longer they do not cover and beat the stock down, the riskier it becomes for them because of, one good old week and the stock runs up almost 200%, right? So it's one of those things where I would personally rather, if I was going to trade Robinhood, I would probably rather bet the stock was going to go up than down. Unless there was some kind of bad news that came out. And really, like $10, like, look at this key support level. Like, look at that. You literally hit the same cent. Well, $9.94 right here on January 28th. And then at the lows, not even in the lows. They didn't even hit a low in March. Yeah, I would not trade that. I would not trade that negatively. They didn't even hit a lower low during this crash in March than they did hit in February. But they were only 1 penny off the low. So a lot of support under $10 per share or right on $10 per share. You almost have a triple bottom, right? And you're heading back down. That's my personal opinion, not financial advice, but I think there's a lot more room to surprise to the upside than surprise to the downside considering where it's at. But I'm not a fan of Robinhood in general. Like the platform, I really have nothing against the platform besides they have really slow fills and it's laggy. My issue is with the management and what they've done and all that. But once this volatility stops, I'm taking my whole portfolio into E-Trade Pro. So adding to that other portfolio over there. But I need the volatility to really stop because, there's some positions I'm down quite substantially on that I'm, not going to sell out, to transfer or just let sit, right? Dude, I have Publix, my supermarket across the street. It's basically average $50. It's terrible. It is terrible. Like, especially if you want to eat healthy. Yeah, no bueno. Not good at all. Like, it's very expensive. I'm a desert rat. I grew up and was raised in Las Vegas, Nevada. I live in the desert still to today, but now I have moved to Arizona. My property out there, still in the desert. I will never give it up. The more of that crap we're just going to beat out of them. See about Robinhood, Fidelity a long time ago. Yeah, Robinhood is terrible, but never been to the desert, but I've heard that it's not like humid like that because there's not that much water. So I don't really know what like heat feels like without humidity, and that's the worst part is like. This shit's all sticky. It's all wet. You're surrounded by 5 fucking lakes that are massive. There's just humidity for days. And it's terrible. But it's good. I almost thought you were one of my favorite jockeys, you. Hit the like you're sticking it in your blank. That's a good one. I gotta give it to you. Mercy received. That's a good one. That's a good punchline. I live in Louisiana. Humidity is high here. Oh, it's terrible. It is terrible. Today was even, I think it was like 60. And it felt great. Like the sun was out. Oh my God. What I would do for 60s, 70s, 80s right now here in Michigan. Man. But it was a little bit humid, I feel like. Just a little bit. And I had the hoodie on though. Thanks for the stream later. Thank you for joining. I really like to do these night streams because to go over what's happening, what's likely to affect the markets, what's the catalyst and the news and all of that. And I wish I kind of had something or somewhere I could do the same thing, right? Like, I wish somebody else did a live stream like this to just go over this kind of stuff, because what really makes you money in the stock market, what makes you or helps you, I should say, make good trades and good investments, or I should say timing the markets. What helps with that is knowing what's going on in a macro sense. What's going on with the Fed? What's more so priced into the markets? What is not? What's the catalyst coming up? How can I trade that to make money? And that's the most important thing. And especially in this community, not very many people do that. Not very many people do that. And it's kind of like, if I were to pick a bone with the ape community, just in general, it would have to be with the lack of economic coverage that people do, right? People talk about the news, the hedge fund news, AMC, the charts, the short interest, all of that. That's fine. But, what's going on with the whole market? What's going to affect AMC, the overall sentiment? What's the big catalyst coming? Things like that. That would be the bone that I would have to pick. Because this shit, is bigger than one trade. If you learn the macroeconomics of how the markets move, how they price things in, how they will be affected by different scenarios, that's where the money is made. More so than just in one trade. Like, great, AMC stock goes to whatever price it's going to ultimately go to. That's fine, but you will consistently make money if you learn these things. So it's good. It's good. And you can make a lot more educated decisions, right? Like, that's really the bottom line. You want to have as much education and understanding of this as possible. What did Unusual Whales just post? Apple Flow, put to call ratio 0.72%, call premium 142 million, average 3-day call volume 713K, Friday 672K, average 3-day put volume 497,000, Friday 512,000. What? Wow, so Apple is a little bit more looking a little bit more bearish by this Friday, April 14th expiration, kind of neutral. Not too much activity for April 22nd, and then very bearish for April 29th. That looks like the week of earnings, if I'm correct. I'm pretty damn bearish on Apple too, though. It's obviously not going to zero, right? It's probably not even going to drop 50%, but a good 30% drop from here. Take it back to 130, 135, definitely on the table. Definitely. Cheese.
Say hi.
Ling Ling, you want a baba or a sippy cup? You want baba? Say baba. Say baba. Go watch Nut Job. Nut Job. Go. Let's go, baby. Have to be with these clickbait YouTubers. Yeah, same. The clickbait YouTubers, man. Crazy. I have been guilty of it at times. I have, but you know, if you watch the videos, you'll be good. You'll know it's not clickbait. Like this live stream. This video ain't clickbait. This is click gold, baby. Yo, K-pop. A lot of people just jumped on the stream real quick. Shelly, Rainbow Six can be life-changing money. So I'm holding 165 Apple puts I bought to open last Thursday. Says hi, Ling Ling. If Apple goes under 145, shit gonna get real sticky on Wall Street. That's exactly it. And you know, really comes down to like people that were going to buy Apple products. You don't buy a new MacBook every year. You don't buy a new iPad every year. You don't buy a new phone every year. So a lot of their demand in 2020 was pushed way ahead of time. Like their demand for like an extra year was all in 2020 and 2021 because people got stimulus checks, they got free money, they got recurring payments every week, right? $600 bonus plus your normal like 75% of your normal pay as a bonus. People went out and bought shit. They bought the Apple products, right? And I don't think there's going to be a huge demand for that in 2022 until at the very least come like Christmas time. You're always going to see that boom, but Apple's numbers were just too good for 2021 to hold that kind of activity. And they don't, obviously, that they're not going to perform to their last quarter earnings. They're not going to perform like Q4 earnings at $124 billion of revenue. That's not what I'm expecting. But, take it back to, let's go, 1, 2, 3. This would have been Q1 of 2021, right? $89.5 billion. Almost $90 billion. Now, if they aren't able to say, hey, even match that, or maybe they bring in $75 billion, still a shit ton of money, but it's going to be like, whoa, your Q1 quarter over quarter or year over year Q1 is negative by 10%. You're going to have people that are like, damn, maybe we got to revalue Apple in a pretty substantial way. Here you go, gangster. Bye. Bye. My Ling Ling. I'm going to see that Carnage at BCRX. I don't. Rainbow Six, that's a stock? I thought that was your name, to be honest. I couldn't see.
Come on.
I don't see it. Maybe I'm tripping. What's futures hold for AMC tomorrow? Futures right now are down about 0.79% on the NASDAQ. S&P down 0.60%. Dow catching up a little bit, down 0.80 or 0.42%. So it looks a little bit choppy, but I would not be surprised to see a pretty flat day overall for the markets. We don't really have anything to react to besides get ready for JP Morgan earnings Tuesday morning. So if you wanted to trade JP Morgan earnings for whatever reason, well, yeah, actually Wednesday JP Morgan earnings. I was thinking Tuesday for some reason, but you want to do that Tuesday before the markets close. But not anything too crazy, CPI on Tuesday, but nothing really on Monday. I think the Fed speaker on this morning really threw off the sentiment, saying there's a higher risk for a recession and things like that. Really kind of made the markets unhappy. Cheese.
He said, let's go. Say, let's go. Cheese.
Okay, you gotta go. 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 It's crazy. It's crazy. Really got my interest now on my horse racing. That's my other passion besides the stock market. NASCAR. There we go. I like to see people have passions nowadays. Oh, Rainbow Six is a horse. There we go. Love to see it. Love to see it. That's now our ling-a-ling. Yes. Yes. That is everybody's ling-a-ling. Oh, I can't wait. It's a work in progress for the AMC stock to the moon, or AMC to the moon, but we're trying. We're trying. Besides, CPI, what if the important earnings XPI? We just have Monday, we have Sigma Lithium. That could be important with the state of commodities, but unfortunately you won't have time to trade that at all. Maybe the after move on that could be good. Lithium is going to be very important, obviously, for batteries and all that. That's going to be tomorrow. The market's open. Airspan, don't know what they are. Monday after hours. CarMax, Albertsons, and Organigram. I've seen that before, but I don't know what they do. Then you have Bed Bath & Beyond, Wednesday pre-market. That's where you're going to see a lot of activity. Rent the Runway. Is that like a air leasing company? Like a plane leaser? Okay, Ling Ling. Okay. Jeez. All right, our Ling Ling, you gotta go, Ling Ling. You wanna cuddle? No. Wells Fargo earnings. Yup, on Thursday pre-market, you have TSMC, Taiwan Semiconductors, Wells Fargo, Goldman Sachs, Citi, Morgan Stanley, United Healthcare Group, Rite Aid, PNC, Ally, and Ericsson. All Thursday pre-market. And then on Wednesday pre-market, you're going to get kind of the foreshadow for a lot of these other banks, with JP Morgan reporting Wednesday pre-market and First Republic Bank. And then you also have BlackRock that reports Wednesday pre-market, Delta Airlines, Bed Bath & Beyond. These companies that, just really don't matter for the broad markets. But the bank's key on Wednesday and on Thursday, but more so on Wednesday with JP Morgan. They are like the largest bank, and they're probably going to have the most importance. JP Morgan's like the most diversified bank. Like they have a lot of direct to consumer lending and like savings accounts, direct consumer activity, and then they also have the investment side of it and all of that. So it's going to be very, very important. I'm so blind, I didn't see Wells Fargo. Yeah, no, it's probably pretty small here on the live stream. They're sitting on lithium. Yeah, I seen that. Lithium's very, very important right now. That's going to be, like, if I were to bet on one commodity, it's lithium all day. It's lithium all day. Just no doubt about that. You're lucky you don't have my 1.5-year-old German Shepherd Wolf. Let me tell you, he's a lot worse than Ling Ling. He's a wolf too. Oh man, those things are crazy looking. Engineer in London. Ooh, give us the inside scoop. I'm just playing. That's probably like insider information. That's insider information, right? Hi. Cheese. She's so funny though. She'll like pick up my phone and start like taking selfies. Like loves it. She loves a camera. She just loves it. Baby sounds happy. Yeah. I don't know why. Every time I start recording, she loves it. Like anytime I try to make a video too, loves it. That's why you guys always hear her in the background, or a lot of the time. She's quiet until I record. And then she just, likes to do her thing. Exactly, I am through JP Morgan Chase. I do all my transactions between them and Webull. Yeah. There really isn't any JP Morgans around where I live. It's a lot of like credit unions. Oh, Ling, hugs. My friend always JP Morgan. She tells me a lot. Oh, I'm sure she does. Man, that'd be cool. I don't know anybody that works at a big bank that wouldn't know anything. I'd be like, my anonymous source told me that the market was gonna crash, and shit is not good in the hood, in Robin Hood or in JP Morgan Hood. You know what I'm saying, Ling Ling? Yeah. I'm not a trampoline, bro. Want a bite? You want a bite? Want a bite? Go get a bite. Go get a bite. I'll deal with credit unions in Pennsylvania and Wisconsin. He said I got credit unions everywhere. I got a bank in every city. She wants to get into your business big time. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. All the time. Thoughts on PHIO for Monday? I don't know what it is. Oh my God. Lord, help me. Bless my soul. Get her a bite. Get her some cheese. Okay, get her some cheese. Deal with credit unions in Pennsylvania and Wisconsin. Oh yeah. So that's basically gonna conclude this live stream. Got crazy kids. I gotta go feed her. Give her some cheese. But yeah, thank you guys for tuning in. Appreciate you guys. Hit the like button, subscribe to the channel if you guys want to come join the trading group. Link down below in the pinned comment or in the pinned comment of the last video. Enjoy the rest of your night. It's game time, baby. Slap the ass. Let's get that cash. Let's go, baby. Get pumped. Get excited. Get ready. It's opportunity, volatility. Stock market could go down. It could go up. It could rip 10%. Could rip 3, 4, 5% in a day. Volatility is opportunity. Don't be the dummy that don't know this stuff, and don't be the one that doesn't make the money. Because you guys are smarter than that. That's why you tune into this channel. Thank you guys for tuning in. Love and appreciate every single one of you guys. Gotta go feed the Ling Ling. Crazy monsters is gonna beat me up if I don't. So thank you guys.